Smaller kids have smaller problems and bigger kids have bigger problems, and it's so true.
So we're chilling in my kitchen right now. Tina's saying, so glad that you're here today. Mom boss of 3. We have so much to discuss about siblings. You have a sister. I have 2 sisters and a brother. So today it's a little bit about how to make sure your kids get along. It's a tough conversation because everyone does it very differently. But going back to our generation, did you get along with your sister?
So my sister and I are 6 years apart, and so for me, I had more of a parental role, kind of taking care of her. So I would say we always got along. I don't know, you can ask her, maybe she feels differently. You know, my parents were like immigrants to the country, they were working, and so I had a lot of responsibility for her. So I don't think we had like that kind of rivalry that I see a lot in my own kids.
Yeah. So you have 3 boys.
3 boys.
How old are they?
7, 5, and almost 4.
7, 5, and almost, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do you get sleep?
No.
But which one do you find are having a little bit of difficult time to getting along?
Well, I find they all get along. I think the part that is a challenge for me is when I feel like one child is getting left out. So like the 2 older ones have stuff they do together. My youngest and my oldest seem to like run around after each other. And then sometimes it's my middle and my youngest. I just always feel like one of them is kind of missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did your parents handle if you did have conflict with you and your sister?
You know, I don't feel like I remember having much conflict with my sister. Like, I mean, like I said, she might disagree. Well, no, we had our moments, right? But I think my mom would mostly, and my dad would mostly be like, you're the older one.
Right.
I think I'm very cautious of what I say to my older son because of that, because I hated that.
Yeah.
I tell them now, like, why'd you do that to me? I was a young kid, but they made me so responsible.
So I'm worried. And so because you were the older one, did you think Lily was getting more of everything she wanted and you had to kind of pull back?
No. So I would say I was like my parents' trial run, right? Like I was like the one where it's like they got to say no to a lot of things. I helped break things down for her. And I think they allowed her to do more things because they had already sort of been through the battle with me, I think.
That's good.
Yeah.
I have 2 sisters and a brother as well. And
are you the oldest though?
I was the middle child.
You're the middle child. Okay,
so,
what's that like?
Yeah. I was forgotten, I guess. No.
Oh, no, don't say that. I feel bad for my middle son now.
The middle one is like, you could do whatever you want. You're kind of stuck in the middle. And I would take off and come back at dinner time and they're like, hey, you're back. And my kids are getting older. My daughter Ava is 12 and my other daughter is 9. And I'm noticing that they're not getting along as well as they used to.
Because they're older.
They're older. The older one wants to spend more time with older kids and she feels like she's in a different world now. And my little one is not taking it too well. So I'm having an issue with that because I don't know how to deal with it. So she had her first teenage moment. She's gonna kill me if she's not here right now. But she had her first teenage moment and we were in a restaurant and she just started, I don't care, whatever. And then she started crying and then I made a joke and that was not the right thing to do. And she fell apart and I'm like, what do I do now? I had no idea what to do.
New territory because you're getting older.
So I'm trying to figure out to make sure that they stay close to each other. I think having a sister is so important that in the future they have to get along.
And they will. And they will in the future, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that the 9 and 12 gap, that's what it is. So 9 is still like, I'm still young. And 12 is like, I'm a teenager, right? You know what I mean? So like they have that, that barrier. I think it's new territory.
Do you, not force, but do you make sure they spend time together?
My kids are always together. I guess because they're young, they're always together.
Yeah.
I don't. My oldest son is now saying he doesn't want to wear matching clothes with his brothers. And I was riding that ship as long as I could.
Wait, you make them wear the same clothes?
Well, I wear them sometimes when we're going somewhere. I make them wear matching shirts.
Oh,
because I have. You know what? As long as I was allowed to do it, I did it.
Oh my
That's it. Now he's 7, and they're like, no more. I'm like, all right, now I have no control.
I'm on your side.
No, I'm allowed to control it when I pick out their clothes. Now they can do whatever they want, right? When they were young, it was cute, and now they're like, we don't want it. I'm like, okay, fine. But my point is, my kids are always together. Because they're young, everywhere we go together. So my husband works long hours. I'm usually the one home with them. So we're going to any extracurricular activity. They're all kind of in the same thing. But I'm trying to allow my kids to have separate friendships. So before it was like I was forcing them to always be together. Now they've got a few separate friends, and I'm trying to encourage that because I'm hoping that will make sure that they stay close, right? It's not always, oh, he's trying to play with me and my friends. These are my friends. But I do, sometimes I'm like.
Okay, so to raise siblings to get along, I got a list of questions for you as parents, okay? Support the shy one. Is there a shy one in the group?
My middle son, Kabir, he can be a little bit, I'm not shy, but he's a little bit on the quieter side. I try to encourage him to come out of his shell a bit when I know he's doing like the shy face. And I know. But at the same time, I'm trying not to push him too much because I feel like people are always pushing on the shy kid. Like, people have different personalities. It's fine.
Right.
Let him be how he wants
Let
to
him be.
Let him be.
Okay, this is a big one. Live in the moment. Put the phone away.
Let's not talk about that.
No, seriously.
I have
when
a big
you're
problem.
with your kids, do you put your phone away?
I try.
I try.
So the youngest one is always home, right?
Yeah.
But I try. The challenge is I'm always like, I'm a very responsible person and someone always needs me.
Right.
So like I can't always have my phone away. I'm not good at it.
I try to put the phone away, especially at dinner time. The phone is away. When I'm sleeping, I don't have the phone next to me. I have like a 1987 alarm there with me. Sleeping so much better. I get 8 hours of sleep. But it is hard.
When you put your phone away, is your entire family home?
Yes.
If my entire family's not home, I keep it with me. If my entire
that's
family is
fair.
home, then I put it away.
You do. Okay, do you teach your kids to be polite, say please and thank you to each other?
Yes.
You do.
I do. Like I expect that. I mean, my kids, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like they just started doing it on their own.
Oh,
like,
good.
it wasn't like a huge push to say thank you. If someone gives them something, a toy that they want, like say thanks.
Oh, that's good.
They don't always say you're welcome, but the thanks is a must.
Yeah, I find that they say please and thank you to people outside the family.
Yeah.
Within
And that's
the family,
kind of okay
yeah,
too, I guess, depends on
we're-
your family.
Yeah, you just root to your family and nice to everybody else. It just works that way. Teenage tantrums. I guess this is for me. How do you handle it? I don't know how to handle it. I have no idea. I got to start reading some books and try to figure those. Don't make a joke when they're having a moment. Don't make a joke.
That's what we've learned. Yeah.
Golden rule: don't yell at your kids. Do you yell at your kids?
Yes, I do yell at my kids, and if it's a golden, I didn't know that was called the golden rule.
Yeah, apparently it's
I feel
called the
really
golden
bad.
rule. Do you like yell or do you just?
No,
stern?
I have to speak sternly. I mean, there's been times that I've yelled because I'm a human being and it happens. I try not to though. I'm trying to make a conscious effort, like especially the last year or so, my kids are getting older. I'm trying not to yell because first of all, they don't respond to it. They don't listen to me any better. They don't none of those things, nothing works with yelling. Like it is not effective. And so I'm trying other ways. Like sometimes I just be quiet and I walk away and I'm like, Mom, what happened? I want to talk to you, right? Like, cause then they're like, wait, what's going on? You're upset about something.
Yeah. I don't yell very much. I'm not very good at that. It's more at the stern. I think that's what it is. The last one, Dad gets involved. I guess it sounds like your dad. The dad is really involved with the kids.
He's super involved. When he comes home, it's like they forget who I am. They don't even know who I am anymore.
Aww.
Yeah, not
Same
at
with
all.
me. Yeah. We got good husbands.
Yeah,
they love
they're
being
good.
dads.
He literally loves being a dad. If it was up to him, we would have 10 more kids.
Really?
Seriously, he's the one who wanted the second, third kid and have them close together.
Yeah.
I was like, I never thought I was gonna have kids. That's a whole other story.
I know.
I never thought I wanted to have kids. And then when I had the first, I was like, I think I'm okay. And then he's like, no, they're gonna be great friends. Have the second. And I was like, we're gonna be great friends. Have the third, right? And he was definitely right, but he came from a big family.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
How is motherhood? Do you love it?
I love motherhood. There's certain parts of it I don't love. I think most of motherhood I love. I think it's the lack of time that you have for yourself and sort of identifying yourself again as an independent person. That is the biggest challenge in motherhood for me.
And having 3 kids?
And having 3 kids is tough because they're really young. They're all a year and a half apart, so they're all really close. That's tough, but the time is so fleeting. Like I can't believe my youngest is about to start school. So
that's crazy.
It flies, and actually now I'm missing the time where my biggest problem was them breaking something in the house. Now it's like, when they become teenagers and stuff, the social issues, whatever. Someone once said to me, smaller kids have smaller problems and bigger kids have bigger problems, and it's so true.
One of the things you focus on is being the first generation immigrants. Your parents were, and now you were born in Canada?
Yes.
You were born in Canada. And that's part of this too, right? We're bringing up our kids a little bit different than our parents did. We saw our parents struggle, what they've done for us, but we have that, I guess, we have the ability to do a lot more than our parents did. What do you want to instill in your kids?
Well, I want them to know what that struggle was, right? Like I want them to know, like right now I'm going through this phase with my kids. They always want to buy cars and toys and all this kind of stuff. And I explain to them, just because we're fortunate enough to do this, it doesn't mean that we should. And I want you to know how we grew up different than how you're growing up, and how your grandparents, as much as they spoil you now, they weren't able to do that for us when we were young, right? And so I want to instill sort of that mentality of hard work, and you work for what you get, and you're grateful and you're appreciative, and community service and all the things that I really want them to take away.
It's so hard.
It is hard because there's so many other influences in their life, and I just want them to know, like, this didn't come from nothing, right? It came from a lot of generations of people working hard before this moment.
I know, it's like, I think it's part of the thing is that we didn't have, at least we didn't have a lot growing up. And now having the ability to give them is so important to me. I'm like, yes, I can do this for them. I can do this, right? And at the same time, I need them to learn the struggles of understanding it's hard work. So it's like,
it's hard.
What do you do?
You don't want to raise like super entitled kids, which I feel like a lot of people are struggling with right now.
I know.
No entitled kids.
Get a job. Get a job.
Get a job.
Get a job. Talking about jobs, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
I love the idea of talking about siblings. And keep me posted with your 3 boys, how it goes when they're teenagers. I'll let you know. You get along with your sister, I get along with my sister and brother, and it's all good. You need them in the future, right?
We need them. Families stick together.
Yeah. So make sure you check out your channel, Mom Boss of 3.
And check out the video we did on my channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was that about?
We were talking Mug Moments with Friends. We were talking all about balance in motherhood and how it's BS.